When I reach 1000 subscribers I will be giving away a $25 Amazon gift card away. To enter, like, subscribe and leave a comment below. Posted by you/Nolene. Back home. This happened to me about 6 weeks ago when I went home from university to visit my mom. I just saw an video and thought this might interest you guys. To explain, my mom only lives a 30-minute train ride away from university, so for the first year I stayed with her, my brother and my stepdad. Because I didn't want to live on their costs, I took a small job in a junk store. I quit it when I found a job in tech support near my university that pays far better and gives me some practical experience in computer networking, which is a huge part of my studies. I also use this opportunity to move out of my parents' house into a flat I share with 2 other students. Anyways, on to the actual story. I usually went back to my parents over the weekends to meet them as well as other family and old friends. One of those friends invited me to a small barbecue and I wanted to bring something, so I grabbed a pack of beer from the local beverage store. On the way from the beverage store to my friend I saw the old junk store and decided to pay my former colleagues a short visit. It wasn't the nicest place to work at, but my coworkers and I always got along well. Since the company tries to save money where it can, there is only ever one employee in each store, unless new wares are coming in. This time Jim, fake name, was the unlucky bastard who had to wait another hour until he could finally close the store. The store had no uniforms for employees, so it was easy to think the guy chatting with the cashier also works here. In comes the smelliest fat fuck of a father. Sorry / if you are putting this into one of your videos with the brattiest cunt of a son. On second thought, no, I'm not really sorry. I remembered them from my time in the store. They bought everything with a price reduced below 50 cents. As I said, junk store, and resold it on the next best flea market for a slightly higher price. Not that I judge them, but to shopping carts full of cheap crap is a pain in the ass to scan and cash in. Apparently the son recognized me. Dialogue is translated from German. Son, look, Dad, the tall man is back. I'm 2 meters. Father, maybe thinking I didn't hear them. I see. Just make sure you stay in school so you don't end up like him. I was a little annoyed by that comment, but didn't want to pick a fight over nothing, so I just let it go. The 2 reached the register where I was talking with Jim and put the stuff from the father's cart on the conveyor belt, which was taking forever because it contained a lot of small stuff like hair ties and pencils. Son, this always takes so long. I'm bored. Father, looking at me, why don't you stop acting so lazy and open the second register? Do something for your money, you know? Jim and I exchange a short smile that basically says we know this kind of customer. This is going to be interesting. Me, I don't work here anymore. Father, yes you do. I have seen you filling the shelves in here. Me, that was at least 6 months ago. I have a new job now. Father, you just say that so you don't have to do anything right now. Jim, sighs sir, he isn't lying. He just came here to pay me a visit. Father, but I bet he still knows his way around here. Can't he help you out with this? The father's cart wasn't even 20% finished by now because the pile of garbage in it was so damn huge. Me, no. I won't work for free just because you ask me to. Even if I wanted, my access code to the register has got to be deleted by this point. Straight out lie. It's security of the company that owns these stores is utter garbage. Father turns to Jim, you better find someone to operate the second register or I will have a talk with your manager. I got a little pissed off by this dude. I kept my composure, but since I didn't work here anymore, I could finally talk back to this kind of costumer. Me, and what do you want to tell her? That Jim won't operate 2 registers at once, or that I won't work for free. Father, face turning slightly red, how dare you talk back to me in front of my son? You will apologize now. You make me look bad in front of him, and he looks up to me ! ! ! 1 ! ! 1. Me, I definitely won't. The only one making you look bad is yourself, right now. The first cart was maybe done 50% by now. Not that the boy really cared. He grabbed one of the cheap toys from his shopping cart and played with it. Apparently he liked it a lot. The father wanted to snap back at me when he was interrupted. Son, Dad, I want this toy for myself. Father, sure. Just put it in your pocket so you don't lose it between all the other stuff. Jim, sir, you still have to pay for it. Father, calm down. It's just 30 cents. Me, so you are a thief now, too. Father, that's it. Either you start up the second register or I will call the police on you for slandering me. Me, go ahead. This store has cameras, you know. Another lie, sort of. The cameras were there, but didn't work, since even before I started working there. Father, smugness intensifies. You really have all the excuses to not lift a finger, do you? Me, for the last time, I don't work here, and to be honest, part of the reason why I left this place is customers like you. Father, customers like me. This is my job too. I'm a professional flea market dealer. There is a slang for this profession in my region of Germany, but it is hard to translate. It means essentially that you are without work and try to get along selling things on flea markets. At this point I've had enough. I was getting late to the barbecue already, and the man stench was crawling under my skin over time. I turned to Jim. Me, it was nice to see you again, but I think I should get going. Jim, you may be right. Me, oh, and sorry for what I'm going to do. Jim looked a little confused. I knelt down to the son, while the father was turning more and more red, protesting that I shouldn't approach his kid. Me, you know stealing can get you to prison, right? The kid's eyes widened, and he dropped the toy on the floor. I gave him a smile. Me, you can still have it, if you or your father pay for it. Also you should really stay in school, so you don't end up like your dad. I knew if I stayed things might escalate further, so I picked up my beer and left the store. Behind me a smelly man berating poor Jim on not intervening. Posted by u/squirrelboy315. Can you print my pictures or not? A little backstory before I dive headlong into this story, since it won't really make much sense otherwise. The first real job that I held on to for many years was at a photo lab. I developed pictures from both film and digital, using the ever-lovely Fuji Frontier 390. It was a workhorse and an ox. The thing could process photos faster than any printer I had ever worked on, but it was also super expensive, which made them pretty rare to come by. After leaving the photo lab due to them having some financial struggles, I went to work at a big box store where the employees used characteristic blue shirts. Now onto the story. TL. Doctor at the end. During the holiday season, I went into a local CVS before work to pick up a Monster Energy drink. Holiday season in the US is quite brutal and taxing for retail employees, and I was a dumb kid, so I was probably up playing video games all night and needed a powerful pick-me-up. As I'm kind of browsing through the snack foods to see if there would maybe be something I would like to have as a quick bite to eat before my shift, I got a quick and vigorous tap on my shoulder. Plenty of force behind it, but I was barely a walking zombie from being tired. This hobbit-looking shrew puts her hands on her hips and says, "Excuse me, do you see that machine right there?" She points over to the photo lab at the CVS, and I see it, a Fuji Frontier 390. Oh, how much I love that machine. For some reason I thought she was like a creepy white trash angel with the goal of reuniting me with this beautiful machine. I replied, "Yeah, I see it." She says back to me, "Well, do you know how to use it?" Yes I do. I want to use it. I want to push those damn buttons. I'm halfway between a metaphorical chubby and about to pass out, and without thinking, I said, "Well, yes I do. Great printer honestly." The hobbit quickly turns into Gollum and snaps at me. "Well, get your fucking ass back there and print my fucking prints. Is this the type of service I'm paying for?" Full on 0 to 60 raging bitch, screaming at me because she wants her prints now. And as my cylinders were all firing properly at this time, I didn't have a witty response and just kind of questioned the situation. "Excuse me, what? I don't think I understand." She gets angrier, face turning red, spit flying from her jowls as she hollers, "What do you not fucking get? I have been waiting for some lazy fucking employee to get off their fucking ass and print my prints. I have shit to do. Can you not hear me or something? Are you dumb? Or are you just fucking stoned?" This is the type of service I get here at CVS. Finally, at least one person caught some gas and realized she was crazy as shit and literally oblivious to the fact I was not wearing the employee issued red shirts of CVS and replied, "Yeah, I don't work here." She carries on screaming, "You don't work here. Are you fucking kidding me? You're wearing the fucking shirt. I'm not fucking dumb." I reply, "My shirt is blue." The response was awesome. "What the fuck does that mean? Your shirt is blue? Are you telling me that logo right there doesn't say Best Buy? Fuck, OMG. Fuck, OMG. Yeah. I just rolled out. Let her ponder on her life choices at that moment. Employees asked if I was okay. It was funny. Didn't really need the monster after that. TL. Drive. A customer at CVS asked if I knew how to use a specific printer. I did. She shouted at me until she realized I was wearing a Best Buy work shirt and not a CVS shirt. Posted by u/ethan3011. Don't just assume someone works where you shop. Quickie SM equals nice store manager, security equals nice security guard. Please refer to the lady as Miss Headache. Note, this is my first post on this Reddit area, so I'm sorry if this is too long or short. I was trying to grab a pack of sausages, but knock some off the shelf. Easily done. So being a good customer, I pick them up and put them back. This lady comes along and asks me where the whiskey is. Being polite, I tell her I don't know because I don't work there. Her face was so red, I thought steam was going to flow out of her ears. "Stop lying, of course you work here," she yelled at me. Note, this supermarket's uniform is a green fleece, green shirt and black pants with the normal NAMA tag. I was in jeans and a t-shirt. Again, being polite, I told her I didn't work there and that she should ask an actual employee. This lady looked as if her head was going to explode. "Stop lying to me, miss. I'm not lying. I do not work here. I'm not even employed by this company." She kept stepping closer and closer, as if she's going to launch herself at me. However, sensing the issue that was arising from this lady, the store manager and security step in. SM. Store manager, what's going on here? Lady, your employee is being rude and not willing to help me. SM. Miss, he doesn't work here. Lady, but he was stacking those sausages. Security, no, he knocked them off the shelf and was picking them back up. Plus he doesn't have the employee uniform the company issues. Lady, but he was. SM. No, he doesn't work here and you're causing a disturbance. So I'm going to ask you to leave and I'll give your image from the security cameras to all of the stores across the company. Lady, but security, miss, I'll escort you off premises and if you return, you'll be reported for trespassing. SM. Sir, sorry for that, and for the inconvenience, here are some gift cards, about 4, with £100 on them for your trouble. And I never saw that lady again. Posted by u/I-was-Eric-cool. I'll call this working for free. Every so often I have to go to Home Depot for parts while I'm on the job, and while I'm in the plumbing parts aisle, I hear the Home Depot master plumber, they supposedly hire trade experienced employees to work departments there, talking with a customer about piping and water softeners. It just so happens that I work in the water conditioning business. The Home Depot employee was being a dick to this older gentleman and ended up walking away. Customer disappointed, so I did the nice thing and walked up to this guy, told him who I was and who I worked for. Me. Hell sir, I couldn't help. But over here you're having an issue. I don't work here, but I can give you hand. Introduced myself and my profession. Man, thank you. I'm having issues with my water and I don't know what system to choose. Me, I will be honest sir, I custom build systems and install them, but I will help you pick out a system that should be able to meet your needs. We find a system that would at least last him a year or two. Water is bad around my parts and cheap systems go fast. As he walks away, another few customers come up to me asking for assistance with advice, cause they overheard me with the other guy. Note, I'm actually on my company's time right now. I helped them as fast as I could and started walking away when the actual plumber guy at Home Depot called out to me. "HD plumber dude, so you must be the guy they hired to replace me." Me, no sir, I'm military so I call everyone sir and ma'am. I just felt compelled to donate some time to some neglected customers. HD plumber dude, so you're soliciting Home Depot's customers? Do I need to call the police? Got heated. Me, no. I just sold 3 of Home Depot's cheap ass water softeners to 3 neglected customers in under an hour and a half. I just did your job for you. Maybe you should stop making a scene and neglecting all of your other customers before I go and get your manager and close my business account with HD. HD plumber dude stormed off like a child. I finished gathering the materials I was lacking for the next job when the third person I helped walked back up to me and apologized cause she heard how the plumber dude was talking to me and ended up just asking for my number to have me just take care of it for her. Me being in a sticky situation, I asked her if I could give it to her when we were out of the store so it didn't look like I was soliciting. I checked out and walked outside, gave the lady my business number and said goodbye, just until the police rolled up and started questioning me about soliciting business. I plainly stated what happened in the store and I was just trying to help some customers out. Store manager and plumber dude came out and started batting off their BS and how they have me on camera. Just when the third lady was pulling out and see me, the plumber dude, store manager, and the police outside going at it and got out of her car to back me up. While she was going at it and giving her story of HD employee disappointment, the other 2 people walk out with their HD water softeners and thanked me for my help and waved and I waved back. The HD store manager stopped the conversation, apologized to me, and told the plumber dude he was fired. I tried to stop the manager, but he was pissed when he seen that my story was solid and those customers walked out surprised and happy as could be. So yeah, that's the story. OP note, hey everyone, I'm very surprised at the feedback this is getting. I honestly thought that it would get a laugh and kind of move on like every other post. I'm seeing a lot of negative thoughts from people about HD. Let's all remember that not everyone that works at HD is like this. There are some really above and beyond people out there working for the HD. So please remember to treat any person that you run into there on an individual basis with dignity and respect. Being a business owner myself, I can understand how stuff can be taken and misconstrued and being offensive. I did get a little heated at the guy and yes, he blew it out of proportion, but people do and say stupid stuff when they are angry that they don't mean. So let's try to not demonize an entire corporation based on small mistakes, even if some of the issues are chronic and minuscule. Posted by u/sgy0003. Just because I helped someone doesn't mean I work here. Alright, my first IDWHL experience. I feel so lucky. For the July 4th, I was at a local grocery store to buy some chickens and ingredients for deep fry. I wait on one of those self-checkout lanes, and I see a short lady struggling to scan a watermelon. The 2 staff members who usually work there were busting their asses, helping other people with their stuff. The short lady must either lacked English skills, because she was struggling to interpret the direction on the screen, and since she was taking so much time on the watermelon, I decided to help her. I had to show her slowly step by step on how to search for items by picture, followed by narrowing down on the category, then showing her how to weight/enter quantity of the item. She thanked me and went on her way, and since I was up next in the first place, I thought I might as well as use station she had just used. So I started using the station for my stuff. Chickens, baking powder, spices, etc. While I was going through my items, I heard a loud cough behind me. I thought of it as nothing much, but it continued. When I was at the point of inserting my card of the payment, I heard a rude "Excuse me, can you stop what you're doing and help me?" behind me. I turned around to see a snobby ass Karen type woman, crossing her arms and giving me stink eyes. Me, are you talking to me, Karen? Yes, you. I've been trying to get your attention for a while now. Me, and why would you need my attention, Karen? Because I need help on checkout with my items and loading them into my car. She points to her shopping cart, which is piled with food, snacks, drinks, etc. Me, why would I do that? Karen, are you stupid and deaf? Me, excuse me? Karen, you need to help customers as an employee. I saw you help that short woman with the watermelons. Why aren't you helping me? It should be noted that the grocery store I went to have uniforms for their employees, and I was in no way dressed like one of them. Me. First off, I don't work here. Second, she only had one item. Karen, don't you dare lie to me. And who gives a shit how many items a customer brings up? You need to help your customers. Me. Like I said, I don't work here. Please grab someone else's attention. Karen, why aren't you even in your uniform? I'm getting the manager and will have you fired. Me. By all means, do it. Karen storms off screaming, "Where's the manager?" while I finish off paying and getting my stuff into bags. Now, I cold easily gone on about my day, but I was really curious to see how it all ends. About 5 minutes later, Karen comes back with what I could only assume is the manager, and she finds and points her finger at me. Karen, see? There's your employee who was rude to me. I want that asshole fired. Manager, so you forcibly dragged me, in the midst of chaos with how understaffed we are, to ask me to fire someone who doesn't even work here. This is the first time I've seen him. Karen. No, you don't understand. I want him fired. Manager, he doesn't work here. Now either buy your items or leave the store. Karen gasps at how someone dares be rude to her, while the manager waved her off and started to walk away. I chuckle and start walking out of the store. Here's the real cherry on the top. As I continued to walk out of the store, I heard a loud crash behind me. I turned around to see Karen has somehow knocked over her cart, spilling everything she had on her cart. Did I mention she also had a bunch of jars of pickled shits in her cart? There was broken glass and pickle juice, which was soaking anything that was in a box, everywhere. The manager comes back and facepalms and groans and tells Karen she has to pay for the damaged items, while Karen lets out a full-on siren call. I laughed really hard and finally got out of the store. Posted by u/whiskeraLex. What do you mean you don't work here? So I had a few people request I post this story as well. If you're really interested in reading the incident at Culver's, then I would hope it's on my profile. So a little bit of backstory. I work at McDonald's and I'm still in full uniform. I decided to go to Culver's for cheese curds, ran into an entitled Karen. I got upset, left and decided to get fries at another McDonald's nearby, one I don't work at. The cast. Me, lowly slave to all apparently. Manager, confused but nice manager. 10. True employee who actually worked there. Karen. Second entitled customer of the night. Now I want everyone to know I did not blame or get upset at anyone for assuming I worked there, as I was a McDonald's employee in full uniform inside another McDonald's who happened to be the same franchise as the one I worked at, so our uniforms were the exact same. So once again I hate drive-thrus. They make me feel super uncomfortable and anxious, and I'd rather just go inside, which I regret, because something was apparently bound to go wrong. You can't possibly run into two entitled people in one night, right? Yeah, okay. Keep on dreaming past self. As I walk into the store, I'm immediately called over by a customer. Karen, hey, I have been waiting for my 16 cheeseburgers for over 15 minutes. What is going on? This didn't entirely surprise me, as we have a deal going on to cheeseburgers for $2, and at my McDonald's we often get orders of 20 cheeseburgers or more. But 15 minutes? It usually won't take that long, but it is past 8 o'clock, so I know that back in grill they were probably all broken down, so I knew this lady was gonna be there for a bit. Whatever. I don't work here, so not my problem. Me, I'm sorry but I don't work. Karen rudely interrupting me. I don't care. If you're on break, I have places to be. You have to help me. The customer is always right. Oh, that dreaded line. Places to be at 10 o'clock at night. Okay Karen. Should've called in to place your order. Me, I'm sorry but Manager, can I help you? Alway being interrupted, aren't I? Me, oh, I'm just wanting to order a small fries. Don't bother giving me the discount. I don't work here. I could already see him getting confused, but he doesn't question me. Karen complains to the manager about how I'm a filthy liar and shouldn't even have a job. True employee gives me my fries after about 5 minutes of waiting. Once again they were breaking down or already broken down, as they close in an hour, and I leave, letting Karen screech all she wanted. I didn't have the energy to continue talking to her, I just wanted to go home. Sorry, it's not very interesting. I just had people asking about this story after posting about the incident at Culver's. When I reach 1,000 subscribers, I will be giving away a $25 Amazon gift card away. To enter, like, subscribe and leave a comment below.